Good afternoon, tool fans. I just wanted to come in and give you a quick update on AcmeTools. If you aren't aware, they are running a pretty phenomenal equivalent, or basically the equivalent of a buy more, save more deal over there right now. This deal runs from now. Today is actually February the 4th, all the way through May the 3rd. I believe this deal might have opened up or started either yesterday, which was Tuesday, or Monday, the day before. However, nonetheless, we're here now. So let's take a look at some of what they're offering. So basically, if you spend $350 or just north of that, they're going to give you $80 off some select Milwaukee products. If you spend $600 or just north of that, they're going to give you $180 off of the same products. If you spend $800 or more, you'll get $280 off. And then if you spend over $1,000, you're going to get $400 off. So quick math, that's a 40% discount if you're selecting some of these specific Milwaukee tools. So we'll kind of run through and I'll show you what they have available really quick, just in case you want to add any of these tools to your wish list. But basically, they have a lot of drills. So you can get the hammer drill, bare tool in this deal. You can get the compact router, the fuel sawzall, the compact impact wrench. I think they give you both options on that with the pin detent and also the friction ring. They've got the M18 Field Deep Cut Bandsaw, the M18 Field Nexus 6-gallon wet dry vacuum. They've got a couple of the first generation wet dry vacuums. One you can get kitted with a couple of batteries and a few more accessories. The other they offer you without the battery kit, and it's a 9-gallon versus a 12-gallon. They do offer several of these whole hogs. Pretty much, I would say every variety that they have to offer is somewhere throughout these pages of deals. They're also offering up the M18 Field 10 gauge nibbler. They've got a couple of these 8-inch, and then they've also got the 4-inch pencil vibrator kits. They've got this 1 1/4 inch SDS Plus D-handle rotary hammer. This one, like I said, you spend over $350, you automatically get $80 off. So that drops that price pretty substantially if you're wanting to buy just a single tool, especially some of these ones that are a few $100 at a time. You can get the folding miter saw stand. They've got an angle grinder, the 3/8 inch compact impact wrench. Like I said, they've got pretty much every variation of those that you could imagine in the M18 format. They even have the first generation, a couple of those available. They've got a couple of really killer battery deals. So this one is the Forge XC80 starter kit or deal. They've also got one for the 12.0. I think it's a few pages back. You can get a couple of their compound sliding miter saws on the deal. Also, they've offered up just this one piece of OPE, but you can get the M18 Field pole saw with the quick lock motorhead for $380. So there's again, basically you're going to get that for $300 if you want just that tool. Here's the 4-inch concrete pencil vibrator that I told you about earlier. Going over to page 2. They're offering up this pretty new M18 Field 3-in-1 backpack vacuum. Like I said, that one's pretty new to the market, so that's a cool one. They got the 7 1/4 inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw as well. Here's the dual battery blower. I stand corrected. There are a couple of OPE components here. Here's the 9-inch cutoff saw with 1-key kit, so you get a couple of the 12.0 batteries there, the HD 12.0s. They've got the dual bay simultaneous supercharger, the 1-inch high torque impact wrench with 1 key. So just this one alone, again, you probably would want to throw another $200 item onto this, and you're going to get that plus this on a killer deal with about $400 off, just that quick. You could also take a look at the M18 rotary 1-inch SDS Plus drill. Looks like they've got the M18 Field 7/16 hex utility high torque impact wrench. So that's a pretty specialty tool there. They've got a couple of nail gun deals. So they got the M18 18 gauge brad nailer kit Somewhere in the pages, they've got, I want to say, yeah, here's the M18 15 gauge finish nailer, and that's just the bare tool. I think there's one more on page 3, but we'll go back and check on that. Again, like I said earlier, there's plenty of drills and impact wrenches for your liking. Here's the M18 12 amp hour Forge battery deal. So this one is already 7% less than what it typically retails for. So you can get it for $280, and you won't get anything else off unless you add something to your order. But it probably would be worth perhaps getting 2 of them. I think that would bring you right under $600. So or maybe add a screwdriver or 2 to get you over that threshold to get that extra savings. They've got the 14-inch top handle chainsaw kit, another SDS SDS Plus rotary hammer drill. They've got the half-inch router. That's a nice one. So again, this is one where you're going to get the $80 off automatically because it's a $350 plus order. They've got the 1-inch SDS Plus kit. They've got a 7.25-inch circular saw. There's the nail gun again. You can check out the mud mixer, a dual power tower rocket light, the 6.5-inch plunge saw, but just the bare tool, a couple more whole hogs. And then here on the last page, they give you the option to select. You can take a look at the new M18 half-inch high torque impact wrench with the friction ring. I know it's a couple of years old, but it still feels new. However, the M18 Surge quarter-inch hex hydraulic driver is really new. So you can take a look at that one. Another whole hog or right angle drill. They've thrown up the pack out radio plus charger. Still some of the first generation high torque impact wrenches. The quarter-inch narrow crown stapler, another sawzall. Here's a cool, interesting one: is the M18 3-inch by 18-inch belt sander, and then lastly, you could get your hands on the Milwaukee M18 Fill half-inch hammer drill driver kit. So yeah, like I said, these are some pretty phenomenal deals, if I must say so myself. If you are in the market for any of these tools, I would definitely head over to AcmeTools and take a look and see, if it makes sense for you, and just throw them in there and get your order out, or, take some time and shop around. And, you've got until May the 3rd to enjoy, to get in on some of these deals. So you got plenty of time. But anyhow, happy tooling. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch, and we'll catch you on the next one.